The sound is gone before you register it. A sharp, burning tear. You're hit. The world narrows to the searing pain in your side and the frantic thumping of your own heart. Your first enemy isn't the wound. It's the panic rising in your throat. You have to fight it down. First, get to cover. Now, once you're out of the open, you can begin. Look at the wound. Don't turn away. Is there an exit? Knowing this matters. Now bleeding. It needs to stop. Find the cleanest piece of cloth you have. A piece of your own shirt will do. Ball it up and press it into the wound. Hard. Don't let up. This is a race against every beat of your heart. If the bleeding won't slow, you face a terrible choice. A tourniquet. This is the last resort. A belt, a scrap of fabric, and a sturdy stick. Tie it a few inches above the wound, slide the stick under, and twist. It will be agony. Twist until the bleeding stops. You've just traded the possibility of a limb for your life. Mark the time. You can't leave it on for more than 2 hours. Now, the slower, silent killer. Infection. The bullet might not kill you, but the filth will. You need clean water. If you can make a fire, boil it. Let it cool. Flush the wound. Gently. Get every piece of dirt and debris out. Cover it with more clean cloth. This is your new ritual. Watch for the signs, the spreading redness, the heat, the fever. In a world without antibiotics, your vigilance is the only medicine you have. Treating the wound is a set of mechanical steps, but choosing to live, to fight through the pain and the filth and the fear, that's what survival actually is. It's the will to see one more sunrise.